Thylea, and you have this weird dream one night, and in that dream, you're standing in front of a big campfire with a bunch of angry-looking satyrs staring at you. But two random people you've never seen before pop into place next to you.
Oh, are you a part
And
of this?
yeah,
Oh, I
she
didn't.
just learned how to do combat, and it's
Oh,
better to
okay.
learn with other people around.
Are we
I didn't
supposed to
realize.
be
I wasn't.
playing our
I wasn't prepared
characters?
for this. Shit.
Well, you weren't going to be, but now we're doing it, so this is what's
Because
happening. I just
I did
decided.
not think
Are
to
we
make
doing
a
it
backup
without
character.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. I'll run Chris through later on. He has some experience in it, and I'll run him through when I get a chance.
Okay.
But it's gonna be, I think, probably a little steeper learning curve since you've never done it at all. And I don't want to wait anymore. I'm bored.
I don't even have my
I'm
character sheet up.
bored. Well,
All
get
right.
going.
Gonna delete. So first, we're gonna practice dropping your character onto the thing. So I want you to, you know where Eden is on the list with the newspaper.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and click the name and drag it onto the board.
Oh, click my name onto the board.
Yeah, click Eden and drag it onto the board.
Okay, did that.
All right, and that's how you drop your character onto the board. All right. Now
Easy
open your
peasy.
character sheet.
I said easy peasy.
Yeah, step one, very easy. Lots of peasies.
All right, character sheet is open.
All right, click your token. Make sure you see like the little like it's selected.
Token? What token?
The thing
That's
you
your
just dragged
token.
onto
It's your
there.
picture.
The picture.
Oh, okay. So
That's what we call your token.
you want me to click on that?
Yes.
Yeah, just make sure it's selected. It'll have like it's highlighted.
And
Oh,
there will
yeah,
be
and then
three
the
circles that pop
box.
up above you.
And then click initiative on your character sheet. It's top middle, right next to your health. And that'll roll your initiative, which determines where you are in
It's by health in the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. You made a character.
I made a character?
Oh, that's Dasu. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, click.
I gave Dasu the character sheet, but I did not make
Yeah.
a character.
All right, you got a 12 initiative. Very good.
That's actually on course with how we've done so far in the game.
Yep. So you guys go ahead and roll your initiatives.
I did, but then it
got deleted.
Yeah.
Well, you should have waited for me to clear the initiative board before you rolled.
Well, it looked clear to me, honestly. I didn't know. Let me see. I'll just change it to
on mine, it had a bunch of stuff still up there.
Oh, this
Saying
initiative
I
is
didn't
better
have
though.
my token selected.
I'm gonna keep my new one. Hey! What's your dex modifier? Nem.
Hers is a 4.
No, Nem.
No, I shouldn't have that. I had rolled a 14.
Okay.
All right. So they rolled a higher initiative, so they're going to go ahead of you.
Oh,
Okay.
can I explain something that is very useful to them for combat?
Go ahead.
All right. If you left click on your token, you'll see 3 circles that pop up above it. One's red, one's green, one's blue. And then below is one that looks like a cogwheel and one that looks like a Nintendo Switch control stick sort of thing.
Okay. Yep.
You can type in a number into one of the 3 circles that are above, the red, blue, or the green one. And then if you click on that circle, you can type in a number. Like, I'm going to type in 25, because that's what my health is. And then the circle, after you hit enter from typing the number in, will show that number. And then you can, in subsequent rounds, click on it, and then do things like minus and whatever damage you took That way you can keep track of the health just by looking at the token.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then the cogwheel is good for setting up for tracking for a bar. And the control stick looking one that's underneath where the green one would be, underneath your token, it has little icons that are good for things like I am slowed down, so I will put a snail on me. I am on fire. I have a target on my back. Things
Okay.
like that.
We'll get into that later, though.
Yeah. But I thought I
But
would.
for now, we're going to talk about initiative. So all the initiative rolls you see, that's the order. The satyrs are slower than you, even though they rolled a 12. So they're going to go after you because they don't have as good a dexterity as you do. You're super fast. But Lyria is going to go first, and she gets an action, a bonus action, and a movement. They can be taken in whatever order. You can move. Your movement speed is going to be 30 feet. Each one of these squares is 5 feet squared. So
Gotcha.
if you move up one, you're moving up 5 feet. Two would be 10 feet, right? And you can do that 30 feet. You got 30 feet of movement. You can take movement, do a bonus action, take another 5 feet of movement, do action, and do another 10 feet of movement. But when you enter somebody's melee range, like say you were right next to this guy and you move away from him, um, he can attack you. It's called an opportunity attack. So you got to bear that in mind as you do your movements.
Okay.
There is
All
something
right,
that you can do to keep from getting those, though. It's called
which is
disengaging.
disengaging, and you can do it as a bonus action, which is very good.
Specifically you,
So you,
because you are a rogue.
yeah, it's a rogue thing. But first up is Lyria, so she's going to take her turn first. So she sees these four angry satyrs in her dream, and they're definitely going to be attacking you. So what do you do, Lyria?
I use Claw of Darkness against a cantrip, and
Yep.
I see black claws form over my talons, and I'm
Oh,
swiping.
why don't you describe your characters for Lizard too?
Oh, okay. So what you see before you is a very pretty blue girl who has different scales on her. Some are silvery and shiny. She's got like um she's just wearing like simple clothing. She's wearing like a peach colored crop top and peach colored flowy skirt. No armor. And she's got blue pupilless eyes, like they're just orbs, and greenish blue hair. And she's barefoot
Maybe
with
I'll
webbed
be right
feet
back. Gotta make a head
and
call.
webbed. She's webbed feet, barefoot, and webbed hands. And she's got long claws on her hands.
Is she a mermaid?
She's a
She
murder
might
maid.
be. She's a sea elf. She's a sea elf.
Oh, okay.
Um, is technically what she is, with some spicy other. We've changed up what she is. She's based off of. I based her off of being a siren. So,
Oh, very cool.
when she gets submerged in water, she does have a fish tail, but for now she's got legs. Yeah. So he left though. So, but she's like 5'10" ish. She's tallish, but not like
Wow.
weirdly tall. You can describe them now.
Okay. At a glance, you can't tell if Nem is male or female. I am 5'3¼ inches tall.
Oh, just little.
Shut up.
What
Um,
size?
tan skin, dark brown eyes, a very, very thick mess of long, curly black hair with bangs that kind of flop in the front. And very charming looking. Wearing leather pants that are quite tight. Sandals on feet, around the the hips, rests a couple of belts, and on one of them is a string with a bunch of ceramic tiles on them. Chest is bound up in cloth with a open vest hanging over it, and I look like trouble.
They are trouble.
Hey, hey, hey! I've not gotten the party killed.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Can we just take a minute to talk about pronouns for a second?
Yep.
So you are they, correct?
Nem is a they.
Okay, gotcha.
Lyria is a she. She, her.
Okay. And Judas? And
I
where is
am-
your character?
Him. I am playing everybody else.
Oh,
I'm the
Anyone who's
DM.
yeah.
Anybody who's not a player is me
so we're just trying to kill
He's the
you.
bad guy.
all the time. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Chris is here. Okay, we
Yeah.
might put this dream sequence on pause until we get Chris done real quick.
He's a
Because I would like him if he is able to get on to figure it out too.
Yeah, Judas would like probably to play Ark at some point today
Ark.
if you could get your shit together, Christopher. Why'd you bring 2 pops up here with you? Absolutely, I do. I want the Dr. Pepper. Thank you. He brought me a beverage.
Oh,
Aw.
Thank
he's a
you.
good hubby. Does he have the older computer set up yet, or I could give you access and let you set up his character
Do that.
with
Yeah, because
him? there?
mine's done, right, Judas?
Yeah, your character's all done. We're just gonna do a combat to show you how to do stuff.
Oh, okay. We can do Chris's character.
Okay, Chris is there.
Yeah, he's right
I'm
here.
right here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do that then. I'm gonna give you access to open his sheet.
Here's my character, Chris. She looks just like me.
Yep.
Also, Anelia brushed her.
She did.
She did.
She did a good job.
She didn't cry.
That's good.
When I get my new computer, I guess you won't want pink.
We're just using her house.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Do you know your character's name, Chris?
Taco.
D'Artagnan. I was kidding.
Sweetly splooch.
I think the old one I was going with Gorbash.
Gorbash.
Yeah.
All right.
I know it's ridiculous.
Sounds good to me.
Love
You can change it at any time before next Sunday. At next Sunday, it will be Gorbash forever until I kill you.
Gorbash.
All right.
You couldn't even pick a plot name. Just
Gorbash. All right. So you should have access now.
oh yeah.
Go ahead and roll his stats, if you don't mind, or let him roll his stats. You remember how to do that? 5 or 6d6. Roll 2d6 6 times. 12, 16.
I just did it for you because
You
you're.
rolled.
Did I do 6 times?
Yep.
Yep. 14, 15, 12, 12, 12, and 12. All right, so he has to have 1 negative, but we'll figure that out in a minute. All right, if you look in the character list, you'll see Gorbash. You can go ahead and open that up so you can look over stuff. I'm going to go ahead and drive it, though. So, I'm going to do abilities first. So you got...
You don't want to do race first?
Well, I personally pick my race a little bit dependent on what my ability scores are.
Gotcha.
Because it gives you bonuses to your ability scores. I'm a little bit of a power gamer when it comes to
4?
that. I want my ability scores to be as good as they can possibly be, so my stuff is good.
Yeah.
All right, so you're doing ranger, right, Chris?
Yep.
And you're going to be a bow ranger.
Sure.
Bow or sword is what he's asking.
Yeah, bow. We really don't have a lot of ranged characters. I would recommend bow. I think you'll find it a very effective use of your points.
Okay.
But it's up to you.
I'm
Yep.
currently the ranged option in the party.
Yeah, it's everybody else is going to be in your face fighting. So
I can do range shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can, but have you?
I
we'll
have.
make your dex the 16. Constitution will be the 15. If you want, if this sounds good to you.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and then we got a 14, and then 12s. So I do a thing where you have to have a dump stat. So we'll make strength the 14. So you'll still be pretty strong.
Yep.
Now, that means 12. Oh no, 14 should be wisdom. I should definitely put the 14 in wisdom. Because wisdom is your spell casting. Because as a ranger, you're going to be able to cast some spells.
Some good ones too.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. So we'll make that's your spell casting modifier. Now that means 12 is for everything else, but you have to have one stat that's a negative. So that means you have to take 3 points out of either strength, intelligence, or charisma to make it a 9 or even an 8. There's not that much of a difference between 9 and 8, but it gives you 1 extra point. You can only do this once. So what do you want your dump stat to be?
Intelligence.
Okay.
I was
Do
going to
you
say,
want it to
could
be a
I
9 or an 8?
offer insight as someone who is an insane
We're gonna try and
ranger?
speed run this, Bob. So
Oh, okay.
he can always work on it later
Okay.
and change stuff if he doesn't like it, because we're gonna do a combat, so he'll kind of get to see if he likes his character class or not, or how his points are distributed. So do you want your intelligence to be an 8 or a 9? There's no real difference, but it gives you 1 extra point to shift over into other stuff.
Well, might as well keep it at a 9.
Okay. So we'll do 9. So you're not super dumb. You're just a little slow. And that gives you 3 points to put into one other stat. Your dexterity's a 16, your con's a 15, and your wisdom's a 14. Those are going to be your primaries.
Let's pump up the dexterity a little bit then.
Okay.
Kid. Oh, kitty.
So your dex is a 19. You're going to be very good at shooting a bow.
Or anything
All right.
that's dexterity.
Yeah, anything that has to do with dexterity, which is dex saves, a lot of good stuff. Now we choose your race. Is there any race in particular you wanted? The variant human will give you access to a feat. You can put 2 points, 1 point into any 2 things, and then you get a feat. Which, what do you say?
Half orc.
Half orc, very nice. That'll bump your con and your strength. I'm a big fan of half orc.
Yeah, you are.
I really am. I love playing half orcs. The best thing to remember with half orc is when you go down, you don't actually die. You bounce back up with 1 hit point left. Like,
But
I'm dead. No, I'm not.
You can only do that once per long rest.
Yes. All right. Your alignment.
Probably chaotic neutral.
All right. Chaotic neutral.
I went neutral.
All right. Yep. You have dark vision. Instead of dying when you getting knocked out when you get to 0 hit points, you bounce back up with 1 hit point. And when you crit, you get an extra damage dice. All right. We're choosing class. You're going to be a ranger. So your stats are 14 strength, 19 dexterity, 16 constitution, 9 intelligence, 14 wisdom, 12 charisma. So you're a charismatic, strong, dexterous, beefy, wise idiot.
It's not educated.
No.
10 is average. So
It's
you're
alright.
just
Eden likes them dumb.
This one.
you're just a little bit low average.
I'm sending Chris's image to
Alright. Do one of y'all want to work on making a token for him?
Discord.
Go ahead,
Alright,
Larry.
skill.
You made the better one.
Skill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Is there a picture? Is there already a picture, or we're picking out pictures?
Sending it
putting
right
it
now.
in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Skill wise, Chris, animal handling, athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception is always good, stealth, and survival. You get 3.
To perception and stealth, and what were the other choices again?
1 second.
Survival, nature.
Yep, survival, nature, which is like knowledge about nature, investigation, insight, which is like if somebody's trying to lie to you or you're trying to figure out what somebody's true motives are. Athletics, which is like I'm trying to bash the door down or flip the table over, or animal handling, like the horse you're riding is about to buck you off, make an animal handling to see if you can calm it down.
Survival is basically anything that you could think a Boy Scout could get a badge
Hunting,
for.
yeah, hunting, starting a fire.
Yeah, let's do survival.
Okay,
What color did they want for their character?
Chris.
Oh,
What was that?
what color for around your medallion? Do you want it to be green or black? Let's see. Oh. Ah.
Probably green.
What kind of green?
Dark green.
All right. Your favorite enemy. So this is going to give you you're going to be good at studying, tracking, hunting, or even talking to a certain type of enemy. Monstrosities, aberrations. You can pick 2 humanoid races. So like it could be orcs and goblins, or a bunch of stuff. Satyrs and goatlings.
The good
Is it
thing is
like
to go for general things like undead or fae or celestials.
That covers a lot more.
Yeah.
Fae and monstrosities are probably going to be the most prevalent in this campaign. Undead is always good. Plants, oozes, giants. There will be some giants.
What's considered a monstrosity?
It's just like creatures that have been altered with magic to make weird shit, like a manticore.
I was gonna say a Godzilla-like thing.
Yeah, weird shit like that, like not natural monsters.
What's a natural monster?
Like a T-Rex.
A T-Rex
we're
is a
not pretty far.
beast.
A pissed off grizzly bear. Yes, it is a beast, but what I meant by monsters was natural. Like, anyway.
Okay, let's do monstrosities then.
All right. Chosen language. Your monstrosities doesn't have one, so favorite enemy language, draconic, giant is always a good one, primordial, orc. You already have orcish though. Goblin.
I speak to dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get one.
Draconic.
They didn't have the lifesaver ones. I'm sorry.
Oh, Chris, focus.
Okay.
And you can always go back and change any of
Go.
these things if you want.
Yeah, maybe just draconic for now.
Okay.
I will have a secret language with our new buddies.
Right. We're gonna
Well, I
talk
have a
so
secret language
much.
with myself.
Well, that's
Aw.
that's lonely. Only-
Natural explorer, so you can have a bonus to a certain type of ground. Arctic, coast, desert, forest, grassland, mountain, swamp, or the Underdark.
I'll go with forest.
Yeah.
It's a
Good.
solid choice. There are a lot of forests in this
Forest,
map.
plains, and then
Mountains.
mountains are always a good choice. But especially forest
Yep.
and plains because that's kind of what most maps are.
Yep.
All right, now we're picking your background. Outlander is a pretty good one for you. You can always find food. It fits the ranger type pretty well.
When I
You
was
could be a
looking at
folk hero.
I was in smuggler. I don't know if that's
That's what lizard is. You can do the same thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Awesome.
yeah,
So I
maybe
guess
they
we
met
know how
together
you
doing
guys
that.
met.
Yeah.
Jerking off a
Alright.
couple sailors. What are you talking about?
No, that's how you meet Nem.
Oh God.
I had an interesting start to the campaign.
All right.
I think we all kind of did.
Just go with dice. And
There's
you're
one
going to be a smuggler
person-
as well. So
There's one person here who's a bard. One person who's a druid. It's not who you think.
all right. Personality traits, Chris. I always have a plan for what to do. We can just roll these, and you can go back and pick them different ones later if you want.
Here, let me take a look at what
Yeah.
I fucking chosen for the last one that fell apart there.
Gotcha.
Because that might make things easier.
That's really funny
Oh,
that you guys are
I
both
stole
smugglers. I love it.
That's right.
Stole your orange enforcer.
That's good.
I stole your orange enforcer?
Yeah.
What is an orange enforcer?
In a video game that we play together, it's an enforcer is just like a
Like a robot dog.
yeah, and he's got like 12 of
That you
them,
can
so
ride.
I took his orange one.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like something
Oranges?
that's meant for protecting oranges, like how there's that product out there on Amazon for protecting your banana.
Yeah, no.
It's important to protect your banana.
It is.
That is true. Cannot stress that enough.
I don't know why, baby.
I'll let you pick those when you get a chance.
Is that in the that would be through red or roll
Background.
20, not Discord, right?
Yeah, that would be in your roll 20. It's a different game though. You'd have to pull up our old
I'm
one.
just
Ooh, which medallion do you like here, Chris? 1, 2, or 3?
Be your token.
I don't know, I think the top one.
The first one.
All right. Oh, he looks feral.
I mean, he might be a little.
No murder hoboing. The law will come for you. I don't care if you guys murder hobo.
Are you picking up roll 20?
Yeah, I don't think I have it on here for some reason.
Well, just pick what he offers you.
So
Who cares?
what were the choices again?
Giant gore bash. Okay, for your I always have a plan for what to do when things go wrong. I am always calm no matter what the situation. I don't let my emotions control me. First thing I do in a new place is note the location of everything valuable. I would rather make a new friend than a new enemy. Slow to trust. People who seem fair to me often I think they have the most to hide. Pay attention to the risks. Never tell me the odds. I don't pay attention to the risks. Han Solo type. The
Uh,
best way to get me to do something is tell me I can't do it. Get two of these. I blow up at the slightest insult.
go with always calm.
Okay.
And
Han Solo.
maybe making a note of valuables.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
We're
You
the
guys are
same. We're the same too.
don't. We'll cover it in a little bit. Ideal. This is like your big ideal. This is what you live by, right? I don't steal from others in the trade. Like you respect others. You don't steal from them if they're smugglers.
On thieves and all that.
Honor amongst thieves, yeah. Chains are meant to be broken, as are those who would forge them. I steal from the wealthy so that I can help people in need. Robin Hood. I will do whatever it takes to become wealthy. I'm loyal to my friends, not to any ideals. Everyone else can take a trip down the river Styx for all I care. And redemption. There's a spark of good in everyone.
To my friends.
Loyal to your friends, not to ideals. Gotcha. All right. For a bond, I'm trying to pay off an old debt I owe to a generous benefactor. I don't think I picked a bond for you, Lizard. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this. My ill-gotten gains go to support my family. Something important was taken from me, and I aim to steal it back. I will become the greatest thief that ever lived. I'm guilty of a terrible crime. Hope I can redeem myself for it. Someone I love died because of a mistake I made. That will never happen again.
Sorry, could you roll through that one more time?
You're fine. You're fine. I am trying to pay off an old debt I owe to a generous benefactor. My ill-gotten gains go to support my family. Something important was taken from me, and I aim to steal it back. I will become the greatest thief that ever lived. I am guilty of a terrible crime. I can only hope to redeem myself for it. Someone I love died because of a mistake I made. That will never happen again.
Let's go with trying to pay off a debt.
All right.
You're gonna have to pick one too, I think. Lizard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the someone died because of me. That'll never happen.
Gotcha.
Now you have something to write in your character's backstory.
That's right.
And now you're failing. This is your flaw. When I see something valuable, I can't think about anything but how to steal it. When faced with a choice between money and my friends, I usually choose the money. If there's a plan, I'll forget it. If I don't forget it, I'll ignore it. I have a tell that reveals when I'm lying. I turn tail and run when things look bad. An innocent person is in prison for a crime that I committed, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna pick that one.
All right.
Person's in jail.
And now we're going to pick your
Okay.
equipment. All right. So you're going to start with a longbow and 20 arrows.
Do you want me to box up Claire Clayton?
Sure. Do you want scale mail or leather armor?
Scale mail is
Scale
gonna make
mail.
it harder to be sneaky.
It's a little bit better protection, but it'll make it harder to be sneaky. But with your dexterity, leather armor. is probably better, I think.
Usually it is if you're a dex-based ranger.
Yeah. Because you'll get a +4 to the leather armor's AC modifier. Would you like? Okay, you can take a short sword or any simple weapon.
It's 2 short swords.
Yep, 2 short swords or 2 of any simple weapon, or a short sword and a mace, short sword and a dorata. I don't even know what that is. Daggers, club, hand axe.
Hand axes 2.
All right, good choice. I was gonna say. And a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack. I like the Explorer's pack better personally.
I forget what the differences are.
Yeah, I don't remember either, and it's not showing me. But Explorer's pack is a good starter kit for being out in the wilderness and shit like that. I think Dungeoneers is a little more for crawling through dungeons, which you're not going to be doing that much of.
Okay, well, just do
And you
basic.
still get rope and stuff like that from it. And you get a crowbar, dark common clothes, a hood, and a belt pouch from being being a criminal already. So you guys could both be wearing dark common clothes, including a hood. All right. You don't have spells yet, but we'll get those in a second. No feats. I can just jump straight to bio. All right. Gorbash is the name. How old is Gorbash?
I don't know. What are we starting characters at?
Mine's 17.
I'm in my 20s.
Let's go with 19.
All right.
Oh, baby.
53. Dirty old man traveling with the blonde rogue girl. All right. 19. How tall is Gorbash?
So
6
tall.
foot.
Probably be a little bit tall because, the whole orc thing.
6 foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
I think 6.5 is your upper range. 6'11".
Oh, you could be 6'11".
And you still would not be the tallest party member.
Nope. I think it would
We
be
have,
third tallest, wouldn't it?
Go with
Second tallest, maybe.
6'5".
All right. 6 foot, 5 inches.
That's
Weight.
small.
250.
Mhm.
I'd say 250 if you're strong.
Yeah.
Pure
Or-
muscle.
Yeah, 250.
Eyes.
Green.
Hair.
Brown.
Black. Brown. And you're going to have light greenish skin. Green brown, light green brown skin. We're going to use your character image anyway to picture you, but.
Yep.
All right, I'm applying the changes. Oh, I gotta, Jesus, go all the way back to class and change it. That's fine. We're just gonna go ahead. We'll choose a different one. You get stealth from your background, so we got to pick a different proficiency at the start.
Insight is useful.
Yeah, insight's pretty solid.
So
Nature, but you're gonna have a negative to that already.
Cut
So.
out what you're changing.
Although, the stealth is going to have to get changed for something else. And while your
Because you already have
stats
stealth from your background.
and while your stats would give you a negative for nature, your proficiency bonus helps to mitigate it.
But for right now, it's still not. It's not going to be a very good one. Whereas insight would be a little better, because you have 14 wisdom.
So I already have stealth, so I need to pick another one, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
from when we picked it the first time, you're getting it because of your background. So,
Okay.
athletics, animal handling, insight, or nature.
Yeah, we'll go with insight.
All right. I'm gonna call people on their bullshit. All right, now we're gonna level you up to 3.
Are you gonna need this?
Janine, I want you to do that in front of him because the spells are gonna be a little. I want him to be able to see the spells. I don't want to have to read out all the stuff for it.
I can make recommendations for spells.
And like I said, you can always change these between now and when we start next week official.
Hunter's Mark and Zephyr Strike are always solid choices for rangers. Hunter's Mark, it's concentration, but it lets you do a little bit more damage. Zephyr Strike, you can give yourself advantage on one turn to give yourself a better chance of hitting. Also gives you a little bit more distance to get away.
Do you remember how to
And
do that, Janine? Where you open up
you
the
don't
character
get hurt.
mancer to level him up?
Yeah, so level 1 plus 2, right?
Yep.
Yep, level 1 plus 2. Roll his health. So D10s for him.
Oh,
Roll 2d10 twice. Or
the
you can
2,
roll.
right?
Click the button.
Like it says 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, right?
And twice. Very good. All right. So 10 and 11. So 21 more health on top of the 13 he already has.
So can I go ahead and
34.
click next now for his level up?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's going to want to pick the Ranger subclass.
Oh, sorry.
Gloomstalker is fucking awesome.
We already have a Gloomstalker, just as
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
that out there. Hunter's also nice because it gives you ways of increasing your armor and doing more attacks to take pot shots out of enemies.
What's the new one? The Drake Warden? Wasn't that the new one?
The Drake
It's not
Warden is
as
very
good
cool. You get a dragon.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a lot of inserting. It's not going to be on the list,
Oh,
but
sorry.
you get a dragon, Chris.
There's also
I need-
one where have you ever played BioShock?
No.
I was gonna say there's one where it's like BioShock where you have swarms of either bees or crows.
Swarm Keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of options. There's not going to be as many there. There'll be most of them there. I bought most of the books, but there are going to be some options that aren't there. You're always welcome to like research yourself, and I can help
Yeah,
you put it into your character
Okay.
sheet.
I'm gonna get back to you on that because, yeah.
Okay, so just pick Hunter for now. Lizard.
Okay.
Okay. And now go ahead and hit next and it should level him up.
Yep.
Fighting style.
Yeah, you pick your fighting style. They all do something a little different.
If you're gonna be shooting, I highly recommend the +2 to archery.
Yeah, that one is huge.
Yeah, I'll start with that.
Scroll down. Oh, Hunter's Prey, it says.
What does it say about Hunter's Prey?
There's Horde Breaker, Colossus Slayer, Giant Killer.
Okay. Horde Breaker, it's great if there's an enemy that's within 5 feet of another enemy. You can make another attack on them. It's great because we're still at a level where we don't have 2 attacks for the people who get one.
Yeah, multiple
then-
attacks is always awesome.
Once you get to the level where you get your second attack, you'll be able to possibly do 3 attacks.
Which is big.
Or breaker.
And then click next. Yeah.
And like I said, we can change all this if you want to pick a different class.
Colossus
I'm probably
Slayer.
gonna
Colossus
is pretty good
Slayer,
too.
you do extra damage if they're not at full health.
Mhm.
Giant Killer is good for hitting giants. Horde Breaker is good for making many attacks.
And we'll probably switch you around to the variant rules on Ranger. I think they're a little better.
Although, I have proven their
Yes,
handbook
but
one.
it is okay and can be very good. But the variant rules, I think, are better, and I will never change that opinion. I'm sorry. Just like I think the best part about being a druid is animal shape. I just love it. Not necessarily for scientific reasons, just because I like turning into animals.
We're just goats.
Charlie is secretly a furry.
No.
He's a brony.
I'm secretly a druid. By the way, happy Beltane, everybody.
Oh, happy Beltane to you as well.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like the spring equinox.
Yeah. All right, let me know when you get it done, and
I don't think you need to pick any of that, Chris.
Yeah, spells. Pick a spell.
Oh, pick
yeah,
three.
he gets spellcasting now.
Three spells. Look at you.
Hunter's Mark lets you do more damage on a target after you have it cast on them, but you have to maintain something called concentration, which means you can't cast any other concentration spells while that's active or lose the spell you were concentrating on.
It's good for also hunting down things.
Yeah, you know where they are at all times, and you can keep it lasts for like ever, doesn't it?
At its base level, it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
Up to an hour.
Um,
Which is way longer than any combat is going to go on.
yeah.
Cure Wounds is always nice because healing. Zephyr Strike is also very nice too.
Who
You can
can
take the whole computer.
heal? No, but some of our party can heal. Yeah, it's not just you. I was
I know.
thinking, who can heal in our party? I couldn't remember. I like blanked though.
It's always good
year.
having more healers, though.
I can heal a little bit, but don't come looking at her for healing.
No, look at them for healing.
I am of a firm believer that healing in D&D 5th edition should only be used to get people up after they hit the ground.
Yes.
All damage spells are better than healing spells, I believe personally. It's just my own personal belief, but you can do more damage with your spell casting. Save a healing spell in reserve for if somebody goes down, but it's up to you.
Unless you're
I just
going up
typed in,
against somebody who, when you like get you like certain necrotic damage, if you get down with it, you'll die.
It's not
Then
every
it's a little
case.
different.
Yeah.
A little different, but especially if you're, what is it, a grave cleric? You go down and they can heal you a massive amount.
Yeah. That's why last campaign I didn't really heal people. Because I knew I'd do better healing them if they just would die.
Yeah. If you go down, I can do a lot more to help.
Oh,
especially if I hurt myself to do it.
I'll be back.
Okay.
The Easter event is still on, hey?
Yeah, I'm still getting colored creatures.
Yeah, it was weird when I logged in today. It was Still had the Easter sign, and I was all confused.
Remember when Easter fell on April Fool's Day?
Vaguely. I think my character was on Genesis 1 because our character's gone.
I think you were on Extinction.
I am not. It says make a new character.
Oh, weird.
God damn it. Well, no matter where I was, I did just make a new character, so... I mean, I tried to get on all the different maps, though, so... Oh, well.
Sitting here, God.
Yep.
That was me. I couldn't remember where I was going, and I was on Extinction. I went to, like, everywhere else first. Are you still trying to pick spells?
I'm sorry, there's a lot of them.
Hey,
They
don't
just
Christy, I'm just asking
yes,
you.
I am.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark, Cure Wounds, and Zephyr Strike are
Are very solid
pretty
choices.
fucking good. Yeah. There's a lot in there.
Especially if you're good at archery, because if something is within 5 feet of you currently, and you're using your bow to fight, and you try to shoot them, you're going to be having a harder time shooting them. But Zephyr Strike allows you to get away from them without them making an attack at you for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Alabama, there's people here that don't want to hear that. Turn. You.
And remember, this is just about trying out some spells. Like, you can adjust your character in between now and next session as much as you want.
The downside is
Nothing
you
is
can't
what.
concentrate on both Zephyr Strike and
No.
Hunter's Mark at the same time.
Yeah.
Whoa. You need to go. Yeah, go.
One of the cats were throwing up. Lovely.
Oh, wow. So just grab a couple spells and we'll go ahead and knock this out, Chris. I just want to go over combat and how to do stuff real quick. Just so you guys have an introduction before next week, where your introduction will mostly be jumping into the fight, more than likely.
I know you, I fought with you
Um,
once upon a dream.
So, as you guys are all sleeping, you're all visited first with kind words. Nim, you recognize Nick's voice as she speaks to you. The fates have shifted. You will be needing help. And then you hear the voice of the Oracle say, there's been a few more chosen. They're gonna find you, don't worry. You too. And you realize, like, it's a dream. You don't really see anything right now. You're just kind of floating in the clouds, Eden and Gorbash. But you know that she's talking to you when she says you two. And you guys know each other. You guys are on a smuggling mission right now to the city. You're driving a thank you for making that easy for me as well. You're driving a wagon to the city of should know
Whatever
this.
city we're in.
It's essentially like giant Sparta,
Is it
bigger version of Sparta.
Astoria? I don't remember.
Astoria, yes, the city of Astoria. You know it as the city that the god Ares is the king of. He's the god king. Ares is running Astoria. You guys have a wagon full of. What do you guys think? What would you be smuggling right now? Opium is fine.
Opium, yeah, fabulous.
Yep. So you guys have some, like hay and some bags of grain, and in a hidden compartment underneath the wagon, you have a few kilos of opium, processed opium.
Drugs.
That in the criminal network of Astoria, there is a great market for it right now. So as you guys are driving there, this is just where you've camped that night. As you fall asleep, you hear this voice in your head. First is the goddess Nyx. I don't think either one of you guys would recognize it, but you hear this voice whispering, "You are needed. The fates depend upon you. You have been chosen." And like you feel it in your bones to be true. Like this is something that you cannot deny in this moment. Like you are chosen. She is telling the truth. And then a beautiful in the clouds that are your dream. You don't see Nyx, but you see the oracle, a beautiful sea nymph with diaphanous flowing clothes around her floats in front of you,
Grab a
looking as
giant
if she
clam.
is and sitting in a giant clam,
Yes.
but it's a dry clam. It's not a giant wet clam. In a bed. I I have seen the vision. You must be a part of the fight to stop the Titans. If the Titans take over, all is lost. The cities will be torn asunder. The Cyclopses and Centaurs will roam the lands again. It You must help or it all falls apart. And then she kind of like squints at both of you and then like not a look of disappointment, but like a look of, oh, you can't make a profit if the Titans win the war. She kind of takes a different tact. If the Titans win, your criminal network will be torn asunder as well, and um, the world will fall into chaos and disarray, and there is no profit to be made in that. As she's trying to like take a different tact in recruiting and getting you guys to actually help out. Um, Let me introduce you to some friends you may be meeting soon. And at that time, that's when you guys both kind of are standing in a field with four angry satyrs standing in front of you, and Lyria is the beautiful scaled. Go ahead and describe yourself for Chris. I know you described her earlier, the
Um,
lizard.
she's very confused now because she doesn't dream normally. She
Yeah,
trances, so this is
yeah.
a really big
During your
step for
trance, you
her.
feel yourself self pulled away from your body.
It's a funny feeling. She's about like 5'10" high. She's like a bluish green girl, woman, whatever. She is very pretty.
Lady.
And she's got, yeah, fishy ears, long flowing bluey green hair. She doesn't wear armor. She's got some scales, some of which are silver, some are more like her skin, like a bluish green color. Um, she wears a flowy skirt and a flowy crop top, and only has like a spear. No other. I think in a crossbow. Yeah, that's all only weapon she's carrying. But yeah, that's her.
And Nim.
At a glance, you can't tell if Nem is male or female. They have olive skin, uh, wild tangle of long black curly hair that kind of flops a little bit in their eyes. Um, Astonishing 5 foot 3 1/4 inches tall,
Yep.
carrying a staff and a sling, and wears very tight leather pants. On belts around their hips is a series of ceramic tiles on a string. Their chest is bound up with strips of fabric underneath a vest that is kind of open and loose, um, and they look like trouble.
Yep. And about the same time, you register these two people. Yeah, go ahead, Chris. Are you still at the computer?
Yep.
Okay, I need to attach that token. Give me 1 second. Selected token. Make that your character image.
Want to crawl? You see that shit? Okay, look at my inventory.
All right. Now, I'm going to delete that token that's down there. Go ahead and select the name Gorbash in the top right, where there's like chat window, a picture. There's like a newspaper. It's a character sheet, but I think it looks like a newspaper. Click that and click the name Gorbash and drag it onto the map.
Click on the name and put the name on the map.
Yep, drag the name to where you want to be on the map.
And just pull that over. Yeah.
And that'll drop your token onto the map. Yep. And what's calling me? I don't know you. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Click on the token first.
Okay, there's like a red thing, a green thing, and a blue thing.
So just have your token selected and then go to your character sheet and click initiative.
Sorry. That was Biscuit calling me.
What?
Gotta watch Ozark.
And you know how you saw those circles? The red, the green, and the blue circle?
Yep.
If you click on one of the circles, you can type in a number for your HP, hit enter, and it will have that number in the circle, and then when you take damage or you get healed, you can click on it and do plus or minus and whatever number you need to increase or decrease it by.
All right.
Okay. So how do I make this roll initiative again?
So click the token. Make sure you have the token selected. And look on your character sheet, and near HP, you'll see the words initiative. And you click that.
The word, not the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, as combat is met with these evil satyrs that are trying to attack you, you see that Lyria rolls in and slashes with a 23. She hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow, max damage.
Nice. Wait, how much was it? 10.
10.
Very good. 10 cold damage. You see a slight chill go over him. Yeah, I rolled you 3 damage. So yeah, let's stick with that 10. As he shouts out in agony. Anything else you want to do, Lyria?
I'm gonna bonus action wink at one of our new friends, Eden, and give him bardic inspiration.
All right, Eden, you have bardic inspiration as the energy of her bardic powers flows into you. With an attack or saving throw, I believe, you can add a d6 to your roll.
Like, oh, new friends. Here you go.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
yet you never
So,
do that for me.
yeah. If you miss with your attack roll, you can always click it and roll an extra d6, and add that to your attack roll. If that meets their AC, then you would hit them.
And then you
All right,
wouldn't
but
have
now,
inspiration anymore.
yep. And if you guys see the turn order on the left,
Yep.
Great.
and now it is on Chris. Gorbash, it is your turn. You can move, take an action, and a bonus action. You have 30 feet of movement, which you can use spread out throughout your turn how you want to. But remember, if you get within range of these guys, of melee attack range of them, and then move away without taking a disengage or having Zephyr Strike active, they're going to attack you when you move out of their range, unless they've already used their reaction.
Oh, sorry. Could I have moved? I wanted to move here real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I just have a question.
Yep.
Is this your bird?
Yes.
And whose raptor is that?
I was wondering if that was mine or not.
Sorry.
Sorry, arc-related questions. Yeah, so I'll just
You're fine.
shoot an arrow at the satyr.
All right, the one right in front of you?
Yep.
All right. Go on your character sheet, and you'll see down there where it says attacks, longbow. Click that, and it'll automatically roll the attack for you.
Okay, so where it says longbow.
Yep, just click longbow.
Okay.
All right, and your attack is a 17 plus 2, which hits. That's a 19. And you can click damage. That's at the bottom. Just click the word longbow again on the chat window where you see where your attack was.
Chat window.
At
the
the
right
top
side.
where you had that newspaper clicked, click it back to the chat bubbles.
You just
That's
have
where,
to-
like, if somebody rolls dice, you can see it in that area, or does something, or puts something in there for everybody to read.
comment.
It's not opening for.
You see the two bubbles?
Yep.
Click that, and then you see the stuff scroll down to the bottom. You see the longbow attack, the 17 plus 2, 18 plus 2.
Yes, he sees it. He just can't talk.
Yep.
Sorry. No, it was it says
Click
and
on the
then
word longbow.
Easy.
Yeah, it says
There you go.
Idem because you're playing as her right now, so I mean you're like under her character name.
I think
Her
because of
account.
Horde
Yep. So you
Breaker,
did 10 damage. Yep, and you can go ahead and
bonus action attack the
make
other
another
one.
attack. Yeah, because you're a horde breaker.
The one that's to the left there.
Using your bonus action.
yeah. I'll attack that one then.
Yep. So same way, click longbow in your character sheet.
So we get back to the character sheet.
Is
Newspaper.
so
And
if you want to see what's on the map, if you double click at the top, like in the middle, the top middle of your character sheet, it shrinks it down to a little page that
You can
is,
double click
is
to
like
bring
you
it
can
back up.
bring it. Yeah, double click to shrink it, double click to bring it back up. So you don't have to close your character sheet every time. All right, and then 18 hits that one as well. So go ahead and roll damage.
So click the longbow on it again.
Yep.
In the chat, that is.
Yep.
over to the. Yeah. There you go.
All right, so you did 10 to the first one, turn and fired another arrow, thunk it right into the satyr right behind it. All right. Now you can move up to 30 feet. You've used your action and your bonus action, so you can't do anything else that kind of way. But you can move if you wish.
I think I'm okay where I'm at.
All right. Nem, it is your turn.
Oh joy. I'm in combat again.
This
Just
time
where
it's in
Nem
your
loves to
dream,
be.
though.
Oh, beyond my wildest of imaginations. I'm
But
in
your
combat.
friend Lyria's here. You know me. It's okay.
Lyria does not like me. Lyria does not like me. Cool. I'll do something to help teach you guys stuff. I will cast Entangle. Which
Make sure you get Lyria in that.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks.
I'm not gonna try to get Lyria. 20-foot square. I'll have it so that
Get yourself in it. You get those 3.
yeah. I'll cast Entangle right in there to try to get them.
That's a 15-foot square.
That's not 15. 5,
Oh,
10,
wow.
15, 20.
Why is it doing that? Oh, it's from that point. I get it. Never mind. I'm funny.
All right. So what
Oh.
Bob has done is make that area difficult terrain. So it takes 2 movement speed. So Chris, every square is 5 foot. So when I
Okay.
say you have 30 feet of movement, you can move 6 squares. You can move in any direction on those squares if it's like flat terrain like this is. But like if you were trying to move over here, you'd be climbing up a wall. Like that's a cliffside, right?
And in that square that I drew, it would take 50 to start from where.
Yeah.
From
So
here
every one
to
of these squares would be 10 feet of movement
Also,
every
those
time you
3
move
satyrs
one.
have to make a strength saving throw.
Yep.
Yes, please.
So as the vines shoot out of the ground, they start to wrap around the satyrs, and they are not strong boys.
Nem grabs the to the ceramic tiles that are around their hip
They
with
all
one hand
fail.
and just
They are
Nice.
all entangled.
yay.
To be them.
So that was my action to do that. I'm going to use my movement to pull a typical Nem and
Get far away.
yep.
What
And
if we need
then-
healing?
You'll be fine.
It's still within range. And then bonus action, I will cast Magic Stone. I cast a spell that was a level 1 and a cantrip, and one of them was a bonus action, so we're good.
Nice.
All right.
And
Janine, it is now your turn. Eden.
and the ones that are wrapped up in the vines, you have advantage to hit them.
And you have advantage to hit this one right in front of you, too, because I'm flanking.
Yep. So if you move forward into this space, you guys would be on either side of him, right? So he'd be distracted by somebody being behind and in front of him. So you have advantage, which means you can use your. You would get sneak attack damage on the hit.
Also, I'm
Also,
near him,
there's
so.
yeah.
And also, the satyrs are tied up, so.
Yeah, which would also be advantage. Which would
Yeah.
also give you sneak attack damage.
It's easy for you to hit everybody right now.
The ones that's not entangled there is probably.
She crit!
Oh. So,
Yeah!
a critical hit means you roll all damage dice twice.
Okay, so
Okay.
now what do I do? I don't like. What do I physically?
So, on your sheet, go ahead and click, or we'll click the rapier on the
Chat
chat bubble.
I think it
It'll
automatically
be
crits.
your rapier damage first.
Yeah, it automatically calculates it for you.
Yeah. And then what is sneak attack at level 3?
A
2d6,
D6.
3d6? Just a D6.
I think it's
So
just D6
So
until
I
you roll
click
4.
on this.
Yep.
I'll double check.
Nope, it's 2d6 right now.
Okay. Never mind.
Yep, so you do 12 plus 6. So you critted on damage on the first one as well. So you rolled an 8 for damage for the d8 of the rapier, plus 4 is your dexterity modifier. So you do 12, but because you critted, you do an additional 6 damage. And then because you had advantage on this guy, you also get your sneak attack damage. This is what rogues can do. So you do 18 plus 4d6 because you get double because it was a crit. So
Okay, but
4d6.
oh, okay. So I
Remember how to
go.
roll just standard dice? You could either type in /roll and then space 4d6, or just click the 4 next to the d6s.
So I roll the d6. I roll d6 4 times
No,
No.
d6 4.
once.
Yeah, just once, and that'll be your sneak attack damage added on.
Nice.
So 18 plus 13 is 31 damage total. This guy is deader than dead. So now I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you, how do you kill this guy? This satyr, he was a little dinged up. He had an arrow in him. He had some claws slashed through him. But you just came in and ended this dude in one hit. How did you do it? As this little goat man is looking up at you in abject terror, how do you kill him?
I slice his throat.
Fucking with that, you take his whole fucking head off, is what you do. You come in, and as you draw your rapier across his throat, you have so much power in the strike that thin rapier blade goes right through his neck, his spine, and every bit of it, even the bit of padded leather armor that was sticking up past his neck. And you just hear as his head skyrockets off his neck in a fountain of blood. And yeah, good job.
Batter is on Lyria and she smiles.
Now that he is dead, so you've used 5 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
But as a bonus action, because you're a dual wielder, you can use your second attack. You're holding your rapier in one hand and your short sword in a back grip, I would assume, in your other hand.
Okay.
So you can still go another 5 feet here, 5 more. 5, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get down in here, but it would put you in between two people, yeah, if you wanted to, if you're not worried. Or you could go up there and still have advantage on that guy, and then do your short sword attack.
You wouldn't get
If you go
sneak
down
attack
there,
with
you're going to
this.
be in. Actually, you couldn't move into there because that's you would only be able to make it
Difficult
to
terrain.
this box or this box because it would take 10 feet because of the entangle in this area.
So now I attack again, right?
Yep, short
Mhm.
sword with advantage.
Nice.
25 hits.
Nice.
6 more damage as you slice into him, and he's wrapped in vines, and he just looks at you, and a little bit of blood flies at you.
No sneak attack though, because
No,
it's
you can only
once
use
per
it once a
turn.
turn. All right.
So he's still alive?
Yeah. He's only taken 6 from Chris already, and then another 6 from you.
How come the guy I killed is still there?
Oh, excuse me. Let me. It's me as the DM. I'm juggling a lot right now. 1 second. Go ahead and put a big fat red X on him. He is dead.
And then I don't roll anything. I don't do anything.
Nope. You've used all your movement. You've used your bonus action and your regular action.
Okay.
So now you're just standing there waiting to fight.
Okay. Here, Chris, can you take it and plug it in over there while you do your turn? Yeah. Sorry, it's almost dead. It computer just said. Take it. Can't bring the mouse for you. Sorry, we're just replugging in my computer here. Do you want the other chair? Hello?
Yep. So at this point, the satyr you hit is going to try to hit you. He has disadvantage. So he is going to swing his short sword at you. Which an 11 is not going to hit your AC, which if you look at your character sheet, your AC or armor class is a 15, and that is not, his attack is an 11, not high enough to hit you, right?
Yeah.
And he just looks very disappointed, and he had disadvantage anyway because he's all wrapped up in ropes. But the second satyr over here, he's a little wilier. He pulls out some pan pipes and tries to knock you out.
I heard he pulls out some pens.
Pan pipes? Pen.
Is he attacking me or Chris?
Everybody within 60 feet of him needs to go to their character sheet and make a wisdom saving throw.
It's a charm effect?
Yes, it is a charm effect. I
Then I have
thought-
advantage.
Damn it, why didn't I back up more?
It
Yeah,
wouldn't
if you'd been
matter.
a
I
little
would have
farther
passed
away.
it either way.
And he is trying to put you to sleep. So yeah, you save.
Well, she can't be put to sleep.
That's
Rhea
also
can't be
true.
put to sleep.
Also that.
It's the beholder all over again.
Sorry, what am I going to on my sheet?
Click the wisdom. You see saving throws on there at like the top right,
Left.
top left. I'm sorry. It's next to the big numbers,
yeah.
next to strength, dexterity, and everything.
And
It
I
says
click
saving throws. Wisdom.
Okay.
Yep.
wisdom.
Oh no.
You could use your inspiration to add a d6 to it, but even with an extra 6, a
It's not
1
cool.
is not, a 7 is not going to, even if it rolled a 6, you wouldn't be able to stay awake.
Yeah,
It's a
save that.
DC 13.
Congratulations, you
there's-
have rolled the other critical.
Yeah, you have now experienced both sides of D&D, a crit fail and a crit success. Chris
Okay.
is also within range, so can you roll him a wisdom save?
No, he can do it. You see
Oh, you-
how I just right?
Just click on the wisdom, right?
Yep, wisdom save. Yep, that also fails. So Chris, you are falling asleep as you stand there.
They can repeat the save on the end of their turns though, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Or they can be shaken awake. That is the other thing.
That takes an action,
And
right?
this last satyr is going to try and free himself. Another strength saving throw. And he
Damn.
busts free. I think it's at the end of his turn, though, right?
And I think he takes an action, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he can move out of the thing.
Yes, but still with
Is-
half speed.
Yep. 10 feet. 15, 20. He sees the sleeping half orc and stabs him. Oh no, he doesn't have any actions left. Yep, he will stab him on it. You have a satyr hovering over you, Chris, about to stab you. All right, Lyria, your turn.
In your sleep.
I'm like, oh no, my new friends. Shit, what can I do that would be fun? I'm just gonna murder. That's that. I guess that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna murder.
Just gonna murder.
That'll help the situation, right? I'm going. I think she's actually going to go 5, 10, staying within his range, I guess.
Okay.
But she's gonna attack this other guy over here that put them to
Alright.
sleep because that's fucked up. Does a 4? Oh, I get advantage. So does a 20 hit?
1 second. I believe so. Oh yeah, 20 definitely hits. I'm sorry.
6 cold
14
damage.
would also hit. All right, yeah, he hisses at you. Fuck you.
And
As you slice into him with your claws.
do they have to be awake to get bardic inspiration?
You have to see them. They do not
oh,
lose their
they have to
bardic
hear
inspiration.
me. They have to hear
Yeah,
me.
so no.
Well, and Nim's not close enough, I don't think, to get it. I think it's within 30 feet. No, 60 feet. No, wait, maybe. You might be close enough. Yep. Okay, Nim, she whistles at you and winks, and you have bardic inspiration.
Oh my goodness, this is the first time this has happened to me.
Well, normally,
Gorbash,
fuck you.
make a wisdom save. Sorry.
Our characters get along just fine.
I think he wakes up, right?
Yep. Yep. Gorbash, you wake up. You are laying on the ground, looking up at a satyr with a short sword hovering over your face.
So, do I have an attack?
It is at the end of your turn, unfortunately, so you do not
Okay.
cannot do anything but just stare up at this guy. Curse him in Orcish if you want, or common, either or. All right.
Coach, your light,
Nim.
or are those the ones you gave me?
I will. I will use my slingshot on the one that's standing over the dude.
All right.
Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
Wait, I might have to move closer to get them in range. No, they're within range. All right. Da 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 da. Forgive me, because I forget how my spell works. Is it like with rangers where it's the normal thing plus that? Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You've never played a druid before.
Well, I've
It's
never had
fine.
magic stone before.
It's fair. I think it's just 2d4 or 1d4 damage.
No, it's actually a d6.
Oh, I think it's just 1d6 damage.
I didn't touch the right thing.
Okay.
Wow! 2.
Well, plus the sling, right? So the damage of the sling plus an additional 2 damage.
So 5.
All right.
And 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I kind of try to stand over top of them?
No, because he is now conscious.
Wait.
But he did just get thwacked with a rock by you, so he probably is going to attack you next.
Yeah. I'm
You
just gonna
feel
look
his
at
attention has
the,
shifted to you.
I'm just gonna
That
look at
was a
them and
bad move.
yeah. Oh shit. Don't die, okay?
All right, Idun, you are
Bonus action
sleeping.
where?
Okay. Eden, you are sleeping soundly. At the end of your turn, you may roll a wisdom save to see if you wake up. Are you there, Lizard?
A second. She's just in the washroom there. I'm trying to switch over to the other character sheet.
Gotcha.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Hey. All right. So what's happening?
You're rolling
You.
a save to see if you wake up.
Yep.
Charlie, I don't think I add the weapon damage. So it would have
Really?
just been 2.
That doesn't make any sense. That does less damage than using a sling.
No, it does more damage than doing a sling, because a sling is just a D4.
Yeah, if you throw the magic stone, but if you're using a sling, wouldn't it use both? Unfortunately, you are still asleep. Um,
Meh. Chris, stop feeling me up while I'm asleep.
On a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage
was
equal
asleep
to
to
1d6
just a
plus your
minute ago.
spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah.
So, actually, it would have taken 6 damage instead of 5.
There you go. So it adds your spellcasting ability
Yeah.
modifier. There we go. I was gonna say, otherwise that would be worse than just using a sling because you get your modifier as guaranteed damage. All right, it's the satyr's turn. The one standing above your sleeping form, Eden, will attempt to stab you with a short sword. It misses.
What a dumb idiot.
Um, and he had disadvantage. Well, he would have advantage because you're sleeping.
So
It would
be
be a straight
Um,
roll, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have
Let's
been
do
a
it.
straight roll. And that one has disadvantage, so he misses you. And now we go to the one down south.
If you have something that
he-
gives you advantage, but you have something that's also giving you disadvantage, they just cancel each other out. So it's just a normal roll.
So you see how it rolls twice for everything. Advantage is you take the better of the two. Disadvantage is you take the worse of the two. And yeah, like they were saying, if it cancels out, it's a straight roll, so you just take the first one of the roll. And even though you just hit him with a rock, he turns to you, but then he turns back to Gorgash on the ground and says, "Ah, I have advantage on you." Stabs downward and hits Gorgash with his short sword. Gorgash, you take 7 piercing damage.
I don't want to say this, but isn't because he's unconscious, it's automatically a crit.
He's not unconscious.
He is not. He woke up.
Oh, he woke up. That's right.
Lyria, it is your turn.
Okay, Doki. These people are not cool. And let's see. What kind of armor are they wearing?
Hide.
Well, fuck them. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It-
Leather. Leather armor.
Do they
They are holding
have
metal objects, if that's why you're asking. But
Yeah. I would like to cast they're all holding it, right?
yeah, they're all currently holding their short swords.
I would
Except
like
for the
to
guy who's
cast
playing the flute.
No, he redrew his short sword and attacked.
I would like to
Lyria with
cast
it.
heat metal on that douchebag right there.
Okay.
On his sword that he's holding. Where's my thing? With the thingness.
All right. 5. Can you? I'll just show spell description.
They get to drop
2d8,
it.
and then you can do the damage again. He needs to save on a Constitution saving throw to hold on to it. So he has to beat a DC 15 to hold on to. And he drops his short sword. Thunk falls to his feet as it glows red hot.
You bitch. And then Lyria will quickly sing a short tune that the sound goes directly into, I forget his name already. Gorbash, was that his name?
You can't
And
spell unless it's a cantrip.
no, it's not a spell. I'm just saying for flavor for my bardic
Gotcha.
inspiration.
Sorry.
So now you have a bardic inspiration.
It's a D6 you can use to, you have it for, what is it, a minute?
10 minutes.
Minutes. You can add a D6 one time to either your attack roll or saving throw. Okay. All right.
What I can do.
Or bash. It takes half your movement speed, so 15 feet of movement to stand up. If you attack from a prone position, you you have disadvantage. So if you're using your short swords or your hand axe, but you can stand up, move away. He might make an opportunity attack against you, but then you could use your bow and arrow. If you try and shoot him point blank like that, you'll have disadvantage on your attack roll.
So switching to my axes, I could do 2 attacks or 1?
Yes, you could do one attack with your standard action and one attack with your bonus action with your hand axes.
So I can just stand up and attack then, right?
Yep, stand up, attack. You still have 15 feet. If you move to there, you would have flanking with Nim down there.
Which would give you advantage.
Yes, it would give you advantage with your 2 attacks, and you won't take an attack of opportunity because you're not leaving this thing's area.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do that then.
Okay.
So if I just click in that square, it moves them, or click and
You
drag?
grab your character token and drag him there. Or you can use the arrows and like go left or right, up or down using the arrows.
Okay.
All right. Then click the hand axe twice. You're making 2 attacks with advantage. Yep. First one is a 10 that does miss, but the second one is a 22, which will hit.
But if he rolls the bardic inspiration for the first one, he might hit.
Yes, he might with a 10. So you can roll a d6 on that first attack to see if it will hit.
Isn't the
Hmm.
How do I?
wouldn't they have? Isn't that a
Just
natural 20?
okay. On the left, what?
No, because it's showing +2 is the proficiency, and it's
Well,
also
no,
plusing 4.
yeah, the +2 is the archery style.
Oh, okay.
On the left side, you see there's an arrow, a box, a paintbrush, that little menu over there.
Hold on a second. I got my character sheets in the way.
Yep. Remember, just double click at the top to shrink it. Don't close it.
Let's shrink this shit.
You click it in the top middle, right next to your name, but in the middle. Double click.
Okay, so on the die sheet.
On the left menu, you see down at the bottom, there's the dice symbol. It's like second from the bottom. Just click D6. When you hover over it, it'll bring up a bunch of dice. Just click D6.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a 12 is not enough to hit. So click hand axe once for the damage for your second attack.
And that's back on the character sheet, right?
No, you just click it on the because you rolled them, so it's on that little the chat box.
Sorry, it's on the what?
In the chat menu where all the rolls pop up.
Where the bubbles are.
Okay.
See where it says you rolled the hand axe twice. You just click the word hand axe.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not going to get those +2s either because that's an archery thing. All right, and you do 3 slashing damage to him. It's just enough to get him bloodied as you swing your hand axes at him. You see blood start to run from his many wounds. All right, Nim, your turn.
How are you looking, big guy? Do you still have a good amount of health there?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I had a thing, but I don't. So let's get rid of the entangle. Um, Streamers of bright colored light start flowing off of Nem, and Nem kind of lifts their hand up and points towards the one satyr and smirks, and with a snap of a finger, there's a ball of multicolored flame next to it. And it's gonna ram against him. Submit. So could I please have a dexterity save from that satyr?
Uh-huh.
They're no longer entangled. 12 does not make it.
He takes 11 damage. And he is dead.
And
I meant to just turn off the net thing, but I put an X on him, so he's dead. We're going to call it here in a minute anyway. My back is killing me. I need to go lay down.
do you guys feel like you're
Is he
getting...
burst into flames?
Do you feel like you're kind of getting the idea of it?
Yeah.
Yep. So call it here. You guys finish defeating the satyrs, and you wake up from your magical sleep.
Wait. Before waking up, Nem winks suggestively at the two of you.
Is Janine back yet? Nim is winking suggestively at you guys as you are waking up from the dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does
Very
that mean?
suggestively. Who knows? I mean, I know. But yeah, and you guys wake up. You guys are still in the night before the battle or the sacrifice. And
We didn't expend like actual spell slots with that, did we?
no.
Okay, thank goodness.
It was all a dream. Eden and Gorbash, you guys are still